Welcome back to the Mancave Podcast, everybody. It's your host, content creator, editor, photographer, videographer.
What the fuck? What do you think? My man is one of those people lying on his fucking resume, getting there. And
doesn't everybody?
Job.
You're the master. You're the master of resume hacks.
Yeah. I'll get there and figure it out. You don't really need to know everything.
YouTube, y'all say your boy is sporting the Halloween. You know how spooky you get. Texas Chainsaw, I'm joining in the...
Happy Halloween. Enjoy the month. Be safe out there. Somebody if you need to. No, I'll take that out.
You don't have to bleep that. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you're on Spotify, you can't see it. I'm wearing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre t-shirt, trying to support my boy Jorge Mendez, because you know he's been rocking
the celebration of
rocking the spooky
Halloween
shirts for the last couple of weeks for the episodes.
All right, I'm gonna start the episode off with something that I thought was hilarious. In the past episodes, we've already talked a little bit about. Ignore that.
My man's playing Akon Locked Up. What the hell is that?
But we've had AI singing in the episodes already, and then I stumbled upon another one that I was like, I gotta bring it to the pod.
Not Allen Iverson.
No, this one.
Fucking insane.
For all you Star Wars fans, this is gonna be a good one for you guys.
Let me see that.
When the days are
just to start off the episode right, we got good old Darth Vader on the mic singing Imagine Dragons. And I gotta say, I'm with it, you know what I mean? My man went from slaying younglings to slaying the mic, and I'm here for it.
Oh my God.
All right.
Can James Earl Jones sue?
I'm thinking there's a lot of copyright issues in general with what's going on here.
This is his voice.
This is his voice. You're using a song that you don't have permission to use. You're using Star Wars because it's Disney. Like, it's all copyright problem.
Yeah, that is
entertaining.
A dumpster fire.
Go for it. It's not my issue. Keep putting them out. Give me more fucking Darth Vader singing every song, please.
Yo, nah. That's probably the most boring singing shit I've ever heard. Like, I could listen to it, but I'm for sure going to sleep.
Hide the truth. I wanna shelter you. It's like, homie, get your asthma off the stage.
Yo, my man got an inhaler while he performing. That's crazy. Nah.
But today's episode is a little different. So Larry has his lineup of stuff that he said that we was going to bring to the episode. I have my lineup of stuff
this was your idea.
that he said I was going to bring to the episode. So it's going to be authentic, raw, or reactions, conversations, because there's no premeditation. There's no thought process. Or I didn't get to think about what I would respond to his topics and vice versa. So the first thing on my list is New York flooding. The New York floods.
Crazy. I was thinking about that.
Which is nuts. It's been all over TikTok. And the way I think about it is this is the second element this year to try to take out New York.
What was the first?
Didn't we have air just there because of the Canada fires?
Oh, yeah.
The air in New York a couple months ago was trying to take y'all out. Now y'all got water trying to take y'all out. There's two more elements left. Stay on your toes, New York, because you don't know what else is coming.
Yo, somebody up there ain't praying. Y'all getting all of the plagues from the Bible. That's crazy.
Y'all got airbenders trying to take y'all out or whatever. Avatar people.
They got next fire and earth. I can see that. I can see like a volcano just magically sprouting out of Times Square.
Out of nowhere.
Like, oh, actually, this was built on an ancient Hawaiian something, and it's it.
And the amount of people that would just, like, I would have so much content from TikTok videos of close-ups getting into the volcano.
Yo, son, we got a fucking volcano, son. Y'all
Tim's on climbing the volcano.
Wild.
New York, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Kai Cenat.
But that was crazy seeing them flood. It was like horrible.
Do you have video of that?
I do have a few. Have you seen anything?
I haven't seen any of it.
So obviously it's on our best news outlet, TikTok. So that's where we get our footage. That's where we get our news. It's unfiltered.
It's definitely.
Report on live, Skiff TV. You already know what time it is. Yo, you all right? Never. We in the Bronx /
We in the Bronx.
Right now.
Fucking light poles on the ground.
But this is crazy.
I've never seen anything like this. No.
It's hitting our basement
but which is terrifying.
That's insane. Flooding just across all of New York.
Yeah. Is she taking a bath?
No, I think she's trying to clear the sewage, which I think is the state's doing, or they're supposed to be doing.
That's
it.
their job.
So that would explain the flooding. Y'all got motherfuckers in New York just not doing shit.
First of all, New York is just a trash state in general. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that. New York is just trash, period. And you know what people aren't thinking about? The backlash from that flooding. Because I guarantee you, there's rats in everybody's house.
No. I saw a video and I did not fucking like it to bring it up.
Oh.
But there's dead rats all across New York. And honestly, I think this is a godsend for you guys.
No.
That God was like, we need to exterminate. There's a lot of rats in New York. We gotta start taking them
They'll
out.
be back tomorrow.
I mean, the way that
too many rats in New York.
But bro, there was literally rats scattered on the sidewalk of just drowned, and I'm sure that they was hanging on to their life. They had their own Titanic situation going on, trying to hold on to a like bread or a pizza crust as if it was a fucking hold on, Jack,
God.
and they're just drowning down on the road.
Hold on, Jack. They got
Ratatouille just fucking drowning in New York.
Titanic.
Oh shit! So pros and cons, people. You know, your apartment that you pay $5,000 a month for 1 bedroom is a little fucked up because of the water. But you got a lot of dead rats out there, so that's kind of helping out the pest situation.
Bruh, them fucking apartments, the price just went up $7,000. Now they oceanfront views.
We have an indoor waterfall feature. So that was my first thing on my list. If you want to just bounce back and forth, we can go on to whatever you want to talk about.
Sure. The Philly riots.
I did have that on my list as well.
Did you really?
Insane. And this is so calculated now. It's not even about, you can honestly say that it's very, in the past, even slim about social injustice. When people have the opportunity to wreak havoc, they're going to do it.
All right, so I know that it was supposedly as a result of a police shooting. Is that right?
Which one? I didn't even hear this.
Okay. Let's find out then. Because somebody told me last night that somebody was gunned down. And then this was as the result of that.
So if that is, sure. But where is the group chat here? Where's the Reddit thread that people are like, yo, tonight's the night we hit GameStop and Best Buy. Lululemon's about to get fucked up. Like, where's that thread? Not that I'm going to participate. I just want to hear.
I got that covered. Don't worry.
You got it?
I got that covered. Don't worry. Okay, so family supporters of Eddie Irizarry. You're Hispanic. Did I say that right?
Irizarry?
Yeah. Okay. March after judge dismisses charges against police officer who killed him. Okay, so it started out with a demonstration. Usual shit. Cop killed somebody, probably was unjustified or was justified, and people just didn't look at the evidence enough. You never know. Mm-hmm. Short time later, they marched around Center City, indict, convict, send those cop killers to jail. The whole damn system is guilty. The march is proclaimed. Okay, so this is why people started rioting in Philly, and as that was happening, as people were for looting in Philadelphia, there was an individual who's supposedly a social media influencer.
The black woman?
Meatball,
yeah. That sounds about right. I mean, if you wanted to give me like a guess.
Fucking Meatball, bro.
Meatball is the person that I would expect to kind of put themselves on social media like, we out here rioting and we looting tonight.
And that's exactly what she or they did. Is this...
She got booked, right?
Look at her mugshot.
Crying. Hilarious. Just a teared up Meatball.
She was on social media talking about, yo, free iPhones.
Which, first of all, here, let me put this out there for anybody that's like, hey, I'm on TikTok. Let me see any looting ideas. Do not loot Apple. I think they're the biggest, most pointless store to loot. Once you walk out of there, them shit's bricked. All right, they're gonna be like, okay, what serial numbers that we have at Philly location? Brick them shits. Which you guys found out because I did see videos of them just throwing fucking what looked like orange juice on a bunch of fucking iPhones on the street. Y'all stomping them because they wasn't working. That's what's gonna happen. Apple is the most useless place to loot. Leave them alone. Or set it on. No. Leave a Don't loot Apple, right? There's no point. Clothing is one thing, fine, it's going to fit somebody. But the Apple, it's an iPad, Apple Watch, anything, all of it is all going to be fucking bricked. It's not going to fucking work by the time you get home.
And it's all trackable.
100%.
Like, how much of an idiot do you have to be to steal something that they can find? Like, you're sending yourself to jail. Take food.
Obviously,
take drugs. Shit.
The argument here is like they're obviously not looting with the intention to like, yo, I'm about to grab the new iPhone 15. They're just like, yo, let's loot Apple and set the fucking world on fire.
Okay.
People are doing it for fun.
Extent? All right. I think this is the video. Oh, hold on. I fucked it up. Of course. These are all kids out here, by the way.
Yeah, they're like 15, 16.
Free iPhone.
Free iPhone. Now they're yelling free meatball.
Oh, that's orange juice.
Did you get that joke? Dickhead.
Deja? Is that how you speak?
I don't know. Meatball is what
Dejaya?
we're going to call that person.
Oh, my Jesus. Sis, I don't got nothing for you. Like, you thought you killed with that shit. That was a bad look.
Yeah,
Y'all playing yourself at this point. And you're right. Like, some of this shit not even about like social justice. Because if that was the case, y'all could have joined in the marches that was already happening.
Mm-hmm. I'm 15, 16-year-old ain't worried about none of that.
Fuck no.
They thinking, yo, I can run up in Apple and destroy some shit
Exactly.
and get home, and my parents won't think nothing of it. And I got a story to tell in school tomorrow. Like, that's it. That's all it is.
And you know what's kind of crazy is that I have to stop saying that. I've noticed that I use the word crazy at least 3 times every episode.
Go for it.
What's insane about this whole shit?
Real creative, my guy.
I don't understand how we failed as a society.
What do you mean?
Now, like, our teenagers and adolescents have become like opportunists. Like, y'all don't have nothing else to do. Like, are we that fucked up in this country now to where like people can riot or protest about something positive and we turn it into something disastrous? It's just sad, bro.
I mean, I think that's always been a thing.
I don't know, always. For the last 4 years, yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, there's been rioting and looting since the 80s when something bad happened.
It's a little different. It was more like,
are you not going to say
you're gonna pay for what you did versus like, oh no, this is my chance to come up.
I get it. I guess.
If you want to talk about like the LA riots,
yeah,
when they beat the shit out of Rodney King, yeah, like
I can't remember his
burning
name.
the whole city down.
Yeah,
but like here, it's just like what we saw. It's people looking for an opportunity to make money in any way that they possibly can.
And I don't even know if money really is the intention here. It's just
stupidity,
causing chaos.
Yeah,
I think it's just the idea of participating in it, right? I mean, how cool is it for a fucking 16-year-old to tell another 16-year-old, yo, I was down at Chestnut and we broke into the Apple store and we started fucking destroying everything.
I'm not sure. You should tell me. You're the career criminal.
I think it's pretty fucking cool. No, I'm joking.
We don't condone that.
At 16, bro, I mean, that's the thing. It's like you're talking about children.
Yeah.
Children who are just trying to impress other children.
Yeah.
It's like the chaos that they create is only for one another. Everybody else that's an adult that understands the situation and sees cause and effect is not there. That's a lot of kids. Obviously, there are a lot of the riots that happened over the summer in 2020 with Floyd and George Floyd and all that, and that was a lot of adults. But obviously, that was more anger-based. I feel like that was heavily anger-based and what created the outcome. I'm never an advocate for looting and destroying company or businesses within your area, especially people in your neighborhood that have worked hard to build something for themselves, and out of nowhere, people that are in that you supposed to be fucking with, you're destroying their shit. That don't make no sense. Best Buy, Walmart, Target, multi-billion-dollar companies, I don't give a fuck about. They're insured. They're going to get the money back. But you burning down a mom and pop shop just to burn down a mom and pop shop is never going to be okay.
Yeah.
There are people just like you. All right, they figured it. They built something for themselves. They go to work 12, 13 hours a week. And then just because you guys wanted to, you burn it down. That's the shit that's fucked up. Exactly.
It could have been my shit. Like, I could have had a business on one of these streets very easily, or one of my parents or one of my cousins, and you burn. You know what? When the 2020 riots happened, one of the wildest things that I took away from it was, first of all, I wasn't holding anything against those people, like, because I was just as pissed as everybody else was. The difference is I didn't go out and destroy anything as a result of it. But I watched people burn down and loot pharmacies. And I'm like, y'all are idiots. Because your grandparents, my grandparents, have to rely on these pharmacies for their medicines. And when they don't reopen as a result of the damage that you caused, what are they supposed to do?
My thing is why are we, if we're so upset with the system where we're like, yo, burn everything to the fucking ground. Yeah. Come on. If we're so upset with the system where we're like, burn everything to the ground, why are we doing that to our location?
Our own shit.
I don't understand that, because you would think that you would be going to your local police stations. You should be going to City Hall, and you should be over there making your voices heard and being like, this is what upset me. Right there. Do it on the front, the doorsteps. It's like that. Nah. The argument of like, yo, I'm over here looting this Best Buy because I'm mad about it. Nah. But if you guys are out here rioting or protesting in front of your police station, that makes more sense, because you're going to where the problem is.
The reality is, if they do that, they know it's a higher risk of them being killed. You're not going to go attack a police station.
I mean, maybe we can hit up the Capitol. No, I'm joking.
I think they got that one covered, George.
Yeah.
And definitely don't. We're going to have to edit that out, because we don't want that.
Hit up the bleep.
Yeah, the FBI is still looking for people from that day. So
yeah, they ain't find me yet.
Take them. Leave me alone. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Acting like I got fucking pictures of me and Larry running up the fucking steps.
Me and Larry? Who that?
That's you.
My name ain't Larry.
Anyway. All right, so Philly riots. Moving on.
All right.
Have you seen Colin Kaepernick begging the Jets to take him?
Is he begging?
He's begging. He sent a whole fucking letter begging the Jets to take him back. And it's like, Colin, dude, man. You did what you did, okay? You have, obviously, as much as you have people that don't like you for it, you had a big chunk of people that fucked with you for it. And the people that fucked with you for it was valid. Like, they understood what you were doing it for, and you had them as a supporter. I mean, you Nike brought you in and fucked with you. And then fast forward a few years, what is it, 3 now?
Yeah.
And you're begging the Jets to take you in as a quarterback. The same system that you said was a slavery trade that you compared to working on a fucking, what is it? Plantation. You want in again? That's the problem. It's like, don't shit on the fucking thing and then be like, yo, can I actually get back in on it?
All right,
so I was actually super eager to hear your opinion on it.
So I don't know if he was shitting on the NFL as a whole. I don't remember that. So I can't argue that.
I mean, if you call the NFL and you compare it to slavery and working in a team is
he did that?
He did that.
Okay. If
so
that's
yeah, that's as a whole, I think.
If that's 100% valid, if that's what he did, then yeah, he's an idiot, because you can't say, oh, fuck the plantation. Oh, can y'all let me back on the plantation? That's insane. That's insane. However, I do recall him taking a stand against police brutality and getting backlash for it. Like, all right, that part I feel like he should be allowed to still try out for teams if that were the case. But if he was bashing the NFL while doing it, then yeah, no, I don't. I feel like it was more of Dr. Umar and them who was like, oh, they treat brothers on these sports teams.
Dr. Umar, I don't
like
know
they
why
just
that man has popped up on my For You page on TikTok.
You know why? They're trying to convert you.
It's not going to happen. You got the wrong one, motherfucker. Bro, my man is crazy. Dr. Umar is actually, I think, insane. He creates content. He's a content creator because that's what he does.
You were talking about snow bunnies? Yeah,
Bro,
he's
somebody
wild.
there's a clip where somebody had commented and he was like, is this a black and white goddess that we have? I guess as long as you got a little black in you, he's cool. Or is it a trespassing snow bunny in our midst? I was like, dude,
bunny.
let me keep swiping.
Yeah, he's actually hilarious. I forget who I was watching, but somebody said they went to go see him live, and they were like, "Oh, it was like watching stand-up comedy." Except he wasn't even trying to be funny. Like he was legit. He's just actually funny effortlessly.
I think he was doing a live stream. There's another clip. Again, I don't know why he's on my
Was
feed.
that the one where
somebody refunded?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like $25, and he goes, "I guess you need it. You must be with a white girl."
Oh my God! No, I ain't see that one. That's crazy to say that.
People in the comments was like, "What's the correlation? How are you connecting?"
Because he asked for a refund. Oh, okay. Because if you ask for a refund, you must hate black people.
Yeah, I guess they don't want.
He
so
went down.
He's going out with a white girl.
Snow bunny, rabbit
Snow bunny.
hole. Wow. See the connection?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Nah, I saw one. He was like, Sister Shakaya Johnson asked for her $20 back. Sister Shakaya, you will never get that $20 back because you didn't ask for a refund when you sent your kids to that white man's private school. And I'm just like, bruh, like you are going crazy. If that lady asked for her money back, give her damn money back.
And what's crazy is that's just him. That's just how he functions. That's his day to day.
Yeah.
So it's like if you wanted to say this is a character, it's hilarious. But this guy actually, this is how he thinks. I was like, all right, this guy. I can't have him on my feet no more.
But to go back to Colin, I feel like this is just some petty shit on both sides because he's obviously. He was good enough to play in the NFL before he started protesting. Mm-hmm. He had a job. The fact that they decided to let him go and now not give him a position is just petty. They're mad at him.
If I'm an employer, right? If you worked for me, and something happened, right? You caught me talking to a white guy about, let's say, Black Lives Matter is a joke while you're on the computer taking...
It's funny how you picked that of all things.
While you're on the computer doing courses or whatever, training, and you get upset, so you go on your lunch break and you don't come back. Right? I
actually did that. Okay. Hilarious. I like that. That was good. That was good.
Right? And then you go, let's say, a couple years, you apply again. That kind of like... Sure, there's an issue, right? That like you had a problem with it, but you need a job, right? And you try and pay your bills, fine. But if you left and then you started shitting on the company and you started shitting on, everything as a whole, right? Like, nobody should be working there. People need to start seeing the problem with this.
Which I do.
Right. Yeah. And then fast forward a couple years, you're applying again. It's like, dog, you just shit on this as much as you could when you were up. Mm-hmm. And now you're feeling like, oh shit, I need to get my money back.
Yeah.
Let me go back into it.
So let me ask you this. Who is the most famous NFL football player you can think of right
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if Tom Brady said, fuck the NFL. Mm-hmm. The NFL ain't shit. Robert Kraft ain't shit.
Exception. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Exception, not the rule. All right.
Yeah. But they're taking him back.
Because he's fucking Tom Brady.
All right. Okay. But my point is,
now if he's like just a basic, like another one, like.
But Colin Kaepernick was a starting quarterback.
There's a lot of starting quarterbacks,
and all of them are valuable pieces on their teams, right?
But you can be replaced, like.
All right, but how? Okay, we about
the thing about Tom Brady is that he has proven himself for decades. So like that's again, everybody's gonna like he's the Kobe of
fair. However, the bigger point I'm trying to make is the NFL is a business. It's about making money. If you think Colin can make you money, you bring him in.
But he's not gonna make you money.
You don't think that?
No, because there's too much. He's backlash on him.
He's a polarizing figure. I feel like people are going to show up to see him lose and to see him win. He's going to sell tickets. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like the angle you're taking is like, from
an emotional, like
exactly.
I get it. To that argument, Yeah, but you have to. That's a person that has to see long term. Like if I'm the coach in that situation, I have to be the one to actually. I'm going to take the blunt force of all of this.
Yeah.
Why did you do this? Oh, we heard Colin Kaepernick is going to be joining your team, and then you have to take into consideration your whole fucking team, whether they want him or don't want him, and how you guys are going to function as a team on the field. Right. Sure, it's going to bring people in, but is that going to then ruin my career as a coach? Like, that's what it is. Like, if NFL stepped in and was like, yo, we're going to force him on a team, then that's NFL's problem. But if me as a coach, I'm responsible for bringing him in, I might potentially be ruining my career.
That's true.
So,
I don't know. It could go either way. I feel like you're rolling the dice. If you take them, you don't take them, nothing's going to happen. But if you put them on a team, yeah, for sure, you're rolling the dice with your career and your franchise. Because we saw what they did to them poor old Nike jerseys and shoes. They was burning them things up. God forbid.
I still remember, here's a quick story. When it happened, I was working at Vitamin Shop and under Hacky. I'm not gonna say her full name or what her name actually is. But I still remember to this day when it happened. She was
bought
like,
some shit, didn't she?
She was like, I just brought some Nike shoes online. Guess what? Returning them. And I was like, okay. She's like, I got a bunch of Nike shoes at home. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna burn them tonight. And I was like, cool. We had a store meeting that Sunday. I showed up, Nike the fuck out, homie. Any Nike gear that I had, I threw it the fuck on. It was my off day, so I had to go in real quick just for the meeting. Nike the fuck out. And I remember she came over. She was like, George, you're making it pretty obvious. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is the same lady who said in a conversation with another gentleman while I was at work that day that the backlash against police and all of the flack that they were getting was a result of black people in this country. And she just said that like very casually in conversation with this dude who looked like he was like from what's the biker gang show, the Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Like he could have been one of them characters.
Yeah, for sure. And he was a dickhead.
Yeah, he was a dickhead. Sure, he's a fucking dickhead.
But yeah, that was. I remember like that whole situation. I feel like you should. Best case scenario, you go on your lunch, you don't come back.
I was there yesterday, actually.
At the same one?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I used to work here. Ain't shit changed.
No, it's all the same. Couple shows. I think they rearranged the floor side a little bit, but that's about it.
It just looks trash. Fuck Vitamin Shop.
But to that point, I remember my man hit me up the day he did it. Yeah. And I was like, no, I get it, 100%. And then Hacky, again, I'm not going to say her name, called me and was like, have you heard from Larry? He went on his lunch and never came back. I was like, no, what happened? And she goes, I don't know. He was over on the computer taking some courses. He went on his lunch, never returned. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I haven't heard from him after just getting off the phone.
Fucking idiot. I didn't have a second thing to go in contrast with your Kaepernick thing. So why don't you hit us with your next one and I'll...
No, my couple are a little like just fun ones.
All right. Well, let's do that because then I'm going to fuck the mood up with what I got to say.
Mine it actually kind of transitions well because it's still talking about football. Did you see the Toy Story football, Joe?
Nah.
No?
Toy Story football.
Yeah.
Is
actually,
it like an ad?
Actually pretty lit. It was on Disney Plus. So this was the Falcons Jaguars game that was being live streamed on Disney Plus. The actual game, move for move, play for play, but as characters in Andy's room.
Oh, that is fire!
It was pretty fucking dope. I think obviously they have things to improve upon, but fun for sure.
Wow.
I think if I was looking for a way to watch the game and still have the kids entertained, this is kind of a fun way to fucking do it.
That's smart.
And it was everything that they were doing. Like if it was a running play, if it was a touchdown, whatever it was, the movements that those players were doing were being translated into the Toy Story fun day.
Now I know that I'm about to fuck the whole conversation up by asking this. We can do that, but we can't cure cancer.
No, cancer. The cure for cancer is out there. I mean, that's not even a conversation. The cure is there. The money's in not having the cure. We all know that. That's.
Or you could just charge people out the ass for the cure, right?
Yeah, but then they're going to make a one-time payment. If chemo is going to have people paying regularly,
that's true. Then
let's do it. Let's drain them until they're fucking dead, and then move on to the next one.
That's true.
But if it's a one-time cure, they're gonna. I'm done after you get it.
Damn.
So that's a cure for cancer.
I mean, like that. First of all, that's super out of the box thinking. What they did. They even had the crane that picked the little aliens up.
Claw.
The claw. Yeah.
Yep.
The claw that picked the little aliens up, dropping off the football in the middle of the field. Somebody took like real time effort and expended a lot of energy because I'm sure doing that was not easy. This is live stream. So they have the actual characters on the field in real time. That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we could do that.
I didn't know either. Like I saw it this morning. Like I saw like an announcement, I think on Twitter, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "This is a thing that they can fucking do."
Because Disney owns ESPN.
Exactly. So it's genius. So it's football season, right? We're not getting people to come in and watch Disney Plus during the football season. They're on ESPN. Not everybody that watches football or wants to watch football is going to pay money to get ESPN.
Right.
How do we incorporate that into our Disney Plus?
Watch Disney Plus, watch the football.
Watch the game as Toy Story.
Damn, that is fucking
It's
smart.
genius. And it works so well. Like I watched it this morning. It was at 9:30 in the morning. And it was a couple hiccups in the beginning, some technical difficulties,
Probably
which is to
streaming
be
stuff,
expected. Right? I think they were having an issue actually delivering move for move for what the players were doing and translating it into the stream.
Yeah.
Because for like the first 15, 20 minutes, it was just the casters as toys.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Talking about the game, talking about the plays. And then eventually they were like, we fixed the technical issues, and then it went into it. And it was fun, bro.
But I mean, even like having the casters as toys was smart.
Yeah.
Because, people are still going to be like, damn, I can't believe they're actually doing like, and it's different from what we're used to. So people were going to for sure like be tuned into it.
I mean, it's new, right? It's fresh. So even if you don't even watch football, but I'm a fan of Disney, what is this? Let me tune in.
Maybe you should make us like anime characters for our next
episode. Yeah, I'll do that.
We don't have AI for that yet.
We'll see. I'll have to Google that shit.
Oh my God.
But no, that shit was cool. I enjoyed it. I think obviously, like I said, I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty fucking cool also to be like Super Bowl type vibe.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much you would want to pull away from the actual
Disney. I have a fucking brilliant idea for you. Instead of Toy Story, next time use Star Wars characters. And then people are just running around with lightsabers tackling people. Fucking brilliant. It's gonna be like NFL Battlefield.
What about Lego Star Wars? Like Lego Star Wars. I feel like that would make it more. It's like
that's a little easier. Yeah. That's a little easier. I was thinking like Star Wars, the animated shit.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking, but that's up there. That's like we'll get there.
I don't know. We might be able to do it now. For all I know, it could fucking do that.
Maybe.
So we don't even know.
But that's the next thing I had because it was cool.
Speaking of AI, how cool was that shit that I sent you?
It was.
So I sent George a couple days ago a video on YouTube of a woman. She basically, it wasn't a woman. It was a guy. A guy basically speaking in different languages for like 10 minutes straight. And basically, he was promoting an AI software that allows people to translate the videos that they have into different languages. Now, if we start utilizing stuff like this daily, I think it widens our reach for everything. Content, sales, whatever. Like, I feel like the way that technology is moving now, it's outpacing our ability to learn new shit.
And it streamlines it. That's what it's doing.
You think so?
If I can upload a clip that's in English into an app that's functioned by AI, and it translates it into Spanish and then I can just put that out.
Yeah.
It simplifies it to its maximum.
Right.
There's absolutely nothing I need to do other than upload that to the app.
That's fair. I guess my thing is like, how much can we learn? And like,
so that is
we
an issue,
even
right?
Have the time in the day to learn all of this new shit every time it comes out?
So if your argument is for the everyday, right? Like if my job is to translate videos for a content creator, my job is gone because you can just upload it into an app and it'll do it for me. I don't know, man. There really is no combating that.
We can't keep up with tech, bro. Like the minute that people figure out a way to create like avatars just with a click of a button to make videos. I mean, I'm sure they already have that to some extent, but like podcasting goes out the window because now you could be like watching the Mancave Podcast, except it's Naruto and Sasuke, and you're just doing voiceover for what, and their mouths are moving, and it's a full fucking thing. Like podcasting becomes a totally different thing because why do you want to see human beings when you could make Goku talk about how he enjoys gay sex for 15 minutes?
I mean, is that what you want to talk about? Are you Goku in this situation? I gotcha. I just don't need to like.
I don't even know why I did it to myself because I forgot the person that I was talking to was a troll.
No, he said he wanted to talk about having gay sex for 15 minutes, but he kind of substituted himself as Goku. So as a friend...
No, I think you're projecting.
As a friend, I'm going to create an environment in which we can talk about that. Okay. So I want you to lead the conversation. Larry, are you okay? What do you want from me?
Again, I think you're projecting because you're asking me, what do I want from you? I don't want shit from you.
Okay, I don't need to give you anything. If you just want to be heard, I mean...
I was heard. I said what I had to say.
So, Grindr, is that where you guys can meet my man Larry?
What is that? What is Grindr, George? Why don't you explain to everybody what Grindr is?
I think you had brought it up the other day that you were downloading it and working with it. So I think it's about...
Is that what I said?
I think so. But yeah, as far as combating technology, that's always been a losing battle for mankind. There's just no way you can fight tech and win. You have to adapt.
Shit as simple as the wheel. Once they invented that, it changed humanity. Mm-hmm. Horses weren't that important anymore. We could fucking drive.
Yeah.
Imagine your horse racing my Mustang. Get it? See what I did there?
Yeah. Horsepower. Yeah.
I'm too smart for this stupid ass
duo. Fucking relax, okay? So I don't know. All I know is that they did mainstream it. It's capable for anybody that's kind of like looking to broaden your horizon as far as your net to bring in more people into your content. That's the way to do it. That's what Mr. Beast even does.
Yeah,
like Mr. Beast creates content and puts it out in multiple different languages in order to reach different people that he otherwise would never be able to.
He actually took it even a step further. Like, because I remember watching his interview with Joe Rogan, and he basically said that the same guy who does the Spanish voice for Spider-Man does his voiceovers. So the people are
you're Mr. Beast. You're going to get the guy that does it all.
He's fucking filthy rich. That's the money that I'm going to have in the next 9 months. I'm going to have Mr. Beast money.
I am here
That's
for
my goal. You heard it here first. 9 months. Come check back next 9 months from now. Mancave Podcast.
My man about to have a kid in 9 months and be broker than
Yo, that's crazy.
All right. So do you have another topic? Because the next one that I have is actually a short film, a horror short film on YouTube.
Let's watch that now because I feel like once I put mine on, people are just gonna log off.
Okay. I'm actually super excited to see what that's about.
I'm sure you are.
Okay, so yeah, we have a short film on YouTube called Don't Peek. The creator is Julian Terry.
This is some like
I watched it this morning and I actually really enjoyed it. Me and you watched the other one, The Boxer Inside the Box.
You watched it and then I watched it.
I had sent it to you, Inside the Box, and it was okay, right?
I liked Inside the Box.
This one, I think, it's just the way they do the camera work. let's just watch it. I think this takes it to another level.
Okay.
I'm super excited to see the way that you kind of react to it.
I think you're ugly.
What the fuck? So with 6 minutes, I'm not going to do the whole 6 minutes on the episode. If you want to just watch it and come back, I'll link the description on this for the video. And
He'll forget.
I'll do it. And then you can come back and just listen to the conversation.
Of course, it's not a person of color, but all right.
What is it with that? I'm about to pause it and have a conversation because is that what you look for first? Jesus Christ, dude.
Little game characters inside her room.
So yeah, the way that it looks like is like what she does in game obviously happens in real life.
That's what it looks like. So some dude jump out with his dick in his hand.
That's what you want for 15 minutes, right?
Idiot.
Just testing the waters.
Okay, idiot. I'm throwing that fucking switch out the window. Stab the bed. Exactly. These little short films be good.
Yeah, right. They be killing it.
Go ahead and say yes. Like a fucking idiot. Oh my God. Zozo ain't like that shit. This is out of control, bro. Go out the fucking window.
So it's true. Yeah, black people just can't
Go
watch
out the fucking window, bruh. Look. Nah, bruh. Ain't no way. You're a fucking idiot.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Better watch that shit with your grandma. Home sit in the house.
Oh man, short films,
in the dark.
man, when they're done correctly, they're fucking good.
Yeah,
that was done well.
That was real good. Damn. I hate Halloween. That's the type of shit I don't like.
You don't like being scared?
this
You don't
is
like
the shit I
watching
don't
scary
like.
shit?
My life was too traumatic. All this jumping out the closet shit. Nah, you getting shot.
Bro, I remember so when I looked this up, there was another short. It wasn't as good as this one, which is why I didn't bring it in, but it was talking about a sleep paralysis demon. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
I haven't, but I know people have.
So I had it a couple times. It's horrible. And I know it's stress induced a lot of times. Usually it's it kind of,
so it's a psychological
it's
component.
very much psychological. When it first started happening was actually when me and Alina's first moved into the house. Because the one thing that kept playing back in my head now that like it's just me and her is I'm responsible for keeping her safe in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
So you a bitch.
And it was like, yo, like can't really fall asleep, right? You got to always kind of have an ear out if something happens. You got to be ready at all times. Yeah. So when I fell asleep, I wasn't really falling asleep because in my head I was like, you can't really fall asleep. You got to be ready.
You heard what I said, right?
I did. I'm not going to really engage in it. So the first time that it happened, it was like the first or maybe the second week of us living together. Nighttime, we go to bed, turn the TV off, go to bed. And what happens when you have sleep paralysis is you're half awake and your body's asleep, but your mind is acting as if it's not. So a lot of what's happening obviously isn't happening, and your mind is making it up.
Right.
So I remember all I heard was like stomping on the steps as if somebody was coming up the stairs. Exactly. Step by step, but it was very slowly.
Okay.
So it was like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, yo, somebody's coming up. And then I look to the door and there's a shadowy figure at the door it just looks like a person. And the entire time I'm like, yo, move.
Was it Megan Thee Stallion?
It was not, because I would have been excited. I was like, move. And I couldn't move at all. And the funny thing is like I'm verbally abusing myself.
Okay.
And I'm like, you fucking pussy, get the fuck up and do what you need to do. Get up, right?
Yeah.
And then it comes into the room. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, get the fuck up. And then it gets to a point where I'm like, yo, I'm not moving. I can't. I'm trying to wake Alina's up. So then I start trying to at least make some kind of noise, some kind of movement to where she wakes up. And the shadow just speed runs to my side of the bed. And it's just looking at me. And I'm trying, yo, move, move, move. And then it just starts slowly walking to her side of the bed. And I'm like, get the fuck up right now. And then goes to her side and just starts watching her. And the entire time I'm with all my might trying to get up. And then I just couldn't. And then it just stops. I wake up 100% and I'm sweating and just shaking. Uncontrollable shaking. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? That was my first time ever having like sleep paralysis. And not cool. And then it happened one other time, a few weeks later. And it was like she used to wake up super early for work. So she would leave the house at like 5 a.m. I would drop her off at the train. She would go to work. I would come home and walk the dog. We had bells, like some kind of bells on the door. So whenever the door opened, it would be like cling, cling, cling. Right?
Like chimes, chimes. Okay.
So we had chimes, I'm going to use that word, on the door. And I was walking the dog. And I could have swore I heard the chimes as I was walking away from the house, like in the alleyway of our house. I'm like, what the fuck? Did somebody just walk in the house?
Yeah.
So like I remember going right back, checking floor to floor, room to room, everything. Nothing. Nobody was in the house. I was like, okay. So I go out, grab my keys, and again, go out, walk the dog. Come back, and still part of me is thinking, somebody's in the house. Like I heard somebody get in the house. So I check again. All the rooms, check everything, nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. It's like 6 a.m.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm about to just go back to sleep. And then I'm like, let me close the door, right? I'm in my house by myself. I close the door to the room and I fall asleep. It starts up again. I'm like, all I hear is banging on the door hard. Like boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm trying to get out of the bed to go and I can't move. The banging keeps going. And then it just stops. Damn. And I'm like, yo, get the fuck up. Door swings open and the shadowy figure is at the door again. And it just stands there. It never even comes into the room. The entire time it's just standing there watching me and I'm trying with everything to get the fuck up. And then again, eventually I wake up and again, just sweating, shaking, uncontrollable. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like, I started Googling and I was like, oh, I'm a bitch. And that was like the last time that I had like sleep paralysis. So it's not a cool time. Like, it's fucking horrible. So I know people suffer from it regularly. And I remember, like, I even tried to pull up like Reddit stories on it, but it was like, people condense your stories.
Yeah.
It's like 6 paragraphs. I'm like,
Who
I'm
the
not
fuck wants to
talking about
read that shit? Yeah.
But that should be fucking ridiculous. Which also then started making me think about some of like my nightmares that I've had. I've had 2 horrible nightmares in my life.
For somebody
that I
who
can
doesn't
remember.
dream. That's kind of wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've had 2 horrible nightmares in my life that I will always remember. One of them was that I was in my mom's crib and I was sleeping, and then I hear screams outside.
Okay.
So I go outside to try to see what's going on. People are killing each other in the streets, like brutally murdering
George,
one
you
another.
watched too much. What was that? The Purge.
Maybe.
What the hell?
But people are killing each other in the streets. And in the dream, I'm like, cool, let me go. And I start trying to participate. And in the dream, there was like, what was a vent with a blade going, and people were throwing children into the blade. Yeah. And I
wood chipper?
so like that. Yeah. But it was legit like a sewer, like it was in the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like I had went over to check it out, and when I went over there was like this disfigured guy watching me from the distance. And once I moved, he started following me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm being followed." And then another dude started following me. I'm like, "Yo," so I'm being followed by like 2 disfigured dudes. And I remember going back to my mom's house and closing the door, and I'm like slamming the door open. And one had like a machete and went to go like cut down and cut these fingers like diagonally.
Your 4 fingers. Right.
And I woke up and I could not feel these 4 fingers at all. Yeah. I must have been sleeping on it weird.
Yeah.
But I literally like legit could not feel my fingers.
That's crazy.
That was one of the most like horrific dreams I ever had.
They say like, I don't know. I say. I've read on the internet somewhere, like if you die in your dream, you could potentially die in real life.
I've heard that theory as well. I don't think it's true.
I don't think it's true.
I want to think that it's not.
I've had dreams before where I'm just like falling endlessly.
What is that? I think everybody has had that dream where you're falling, and then when you hit the ground, you jump and you just wake up.
I
But you
don't
wake
let
up
myself hit the ground. Fuck that.
I think you wake up right before.
Yeah.
You always wake up right before.
That's some scary shit.
So I don't know what that is, because I think a lot of people can kind of.
You're actually a good storyteller.
Yeah.
You should do like.
I've been trying. What's funny is like
ghost
when I
stories
start
and some
telling these
shit.
things,
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I keep people engaged? Because I have another dream.
Okay. Martin Luther King.
Yeah. He died. Jesus Christ. But the second dream, I don't remember too well. But again, it was in North Philly. And I remember for some reason I was standing in front of a church. Large church. I think this was around the time where I was like deep in religion. And I start walking up the steps of the church, and blood just starts seeping through the windows, like out of the walls almost. But I keep going. I keep walking up the steps. And when I open, it's completely hollowed. It's empty. There's no chairs. There's absolutely nothing. And I can't cross the threshold. I can't walk into the church.
Because you're the Antichrist.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I can't walk in. And so I turn around to leave, and at the bottom of the steps is just a mirror, right? And so I walk up to the mirror, and on my face, like carved in, is the word hell, just carved in my face. And I'm like feeling, and it's still bleeding. And I remember waking up in a panic, just like checking, and I went to go like run to the bathroom to look. And bro, I would never, like, that was one of those things again that I just woke up so terrified.
Right.
And one of those dreams that just stuck with me.
I would fucking imagine.
Just the word hell carved in my face.
That's crazy. No, that's you said you don't have lucid dreams. That's pretty up there.
That's up there.
Yeah. Like that's fucking psychologically.
So that's my horror segment of the of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Something that I've been pushing myself to do when I'm telling a story is to be as engaging as possible. So I think the best way to do it when you take into consideration like Stephen King and other things, the way that they do it is they're as descriptive as they can.
Yeah.
So you want the person that's listening to create that image into their head. So when you're doing that, be as detailed as you can.
Yeah.
So when I tell a story, especially something that's like horror or creepy, I want to be as detailed as I can because I want you to see what I was saying.
Well, it'll serve you well because all good comedians are good storytellers as well.
That's another thing, yeah. That's always what I heard. One of my favorites from Your Mom's House, Tom Segura.
Okay.
Phenomenal storyteller.
About, like my mom's house. All right,
No,
yeah, okay.
not Your Mom's House.
All right,
we'll get to that. But the podcast, Your Mom's
Thank you for
House.
coming to the Mancave Podcast, you fucking bitch.
But no, the dude, Tom Segura,
Yeah, I know
phenomenal
Tom. Yeah, I know
storyteller.
Tom.
So that's another person that I kind of like think about when I try to tell a story. So back to Your Mom's House. How's she doing? Is she still?
George, we're about to fucking really cut your mic off. Take these headphones out.
Look, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. I didn't start it by telling you to leave a comment down below because it's not working. People are not.
Yeah,
doing
people
it.
are not leaving comments.
But if you made it this far, leave a comment. What did you like about the episode? What did you not like about the episode? What's some things that you would like to see incorporated into the episodes moving forward? We're going into October, spooky season, as Larry likes to say. What is something else that you want to see more short films? So just let us know. We're here to do it for you.
And if you noticed this entire time that my mic was just dropping to the fucking bottom, you're welcome. I gave you something to look out for.
Little entertainment.
And we appreciate y'all. Even if you watch it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, we appreciate you for stopping in, hanging out with us. We're almost at 400 subs, which is awesome. George has been working overtime as I pay him to do. And we'll look for y'all in the next one.
I haven't got paid. Catch you guys next Thursday.